What's happening, guys? RJ Rice here, and we are talking about mobility in the hips. Okay, I'm going to give you 4 exercises to stretch your hips out. Why is this important? Reason it's so important is because most people have low back pain. Well, low back pain is typically caused by tight hips. Most people have tight hips mainly because you're sitting down a lot. You sit down to eat, you sit down at work, you sit down commuting to and from work, you sit down doing carpool. We're constantly sitting and watching television, always sitting, so because of that our hips get really tight. Like I said, I'm going to show you 4 exercises using a wall. Is all. You can do this at the gym, you can do this from your house. Okay, 4 exercises using a wall to get more flexibility in those hips to help possibly alleviate some of that back pain. First exercise we're going to do, you're going to want 2 pads. You can use pillows, you can use blankets. I've got Airex pads here. What we're going to do, we're going to set one on the ground and then we're going to set one on the wall. Okay, I'm going to put my left knee into the pad on the ground and then my right knee is up. What I want to do is take the other pad, put it against the wall, and then I'm going to put my foot on that pad. So now I'm here in this position, okay, with the knee into the ground, foot into the wall, and now I'm coming up with that opposite foot. So now, if I lean back, even just a little bit, I'm feeling a stretch right here in my hips. I can also push these hips forward a little bit. So pushing the hips forward, leaning back. The other thing that I can do to add is take that side. So my left side, I'm going to bring up and over and lean away from that side. Okay, each stretch you want to hold a minimum of 30 seconds. Great one for the hip flexor. Second exercise, now we're going to work the rotators in the hip. What we're going to do, I have a pad here. You don't necessarily need a pad on this one, but I'm putting a pad, mainly if you have shoes on, you're getting on the walls, especially if you're at the gym, you don't want to scuff off these nice walls that we got here. All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my pad up against the wall, and I'm going to put my left foot on the wall. From here, I'm going to cross over my right leg. Now with this, I want to try and get it so that my sacrum, my butt, is just barely touching the ground. So right here, I'm about 1 inch off. So I want to try and settle into it as best I can, try and get that butt down to the ground. Now from here, I can pull this ankle down a little bit further, get more of the stretch. So I should be feeling a stretch in that glute and even up into this hip a little bit. From here, to add to it, I can push on that knee, opening up that hip a little bit more. Okay? So from here, if I want to add to it further, I can get closer to the wall, scooting closer to the wall, scooting away from the wall takes off a little bit of the pressure. So like I said, the main key is you want to try and get that sacrum down to the ground. Okay, you should be feeling a stretch right here in that glute. And then if you want to add to it, push here. Third stretch, we're going to stretch the hamstrings up against the wall. So what you're going to do, you're going to take your butt and you're going to put it right up against the wall here and lying on your side. From here, you're going to bring your legs up and try and straighten those legs against the wall. Couple keys to this. 1, try to keep your sacrum, your butt on the ground. Okay? The second key is try to get those legs as straight as you can. The third key is to try and point those toes down towards you so that now they're parallel to the ground. Okay? You don't want this where the feet are out. Okay? You want toes coming to you and then having those hamstrings going right up against that. So fourth and final stretch. This is by far one of my favorite stretches, but it's also probably the most awkward stretch in the world. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take that hamstring where you're at. You saw how to get into the hamstring stretch, and now all you're doing is you're opening the legs. Okay? From here, you're letting gravity pull on your legs. You're trying to point those toes. Okay, so and that's all you're doing. You're simply letting gravity pull the legs. That's the main key. The second key is that you find someone in the room and you make eye contact with them. Yes, make eye contact. Okay, so after you've made eye contact on that final and fourth stretch, hopefully your hips are feeling much better. Like I said, with each stretch you want to hold it for about 30 seconds. You got those 4 stretches, all using the wall. It alleviates a lot of pain in your back and getting a lot more flexibility in those hips. Big thing is just staying active, staying mobile. That helps out the hips the best. So I hope you have a great day. Talk to you soon.